Hello everyone! Welcome back to our Icenia campaign. I am Ben the Bold, you are you, and look at Icenia go! Look at how big their name is over here in the British Isles. As we all know, the real goal of a Paradox game is to make your name larger than anyone else's in the world, and right now Icenia's name is bigger than Rome's. Although I do think Rome probably has a lot more pops under their control, as well as probably more territories and cities. So yeah, they have almost 900 pops, whereas me and my small island tribe, we have just under 300. So Rome is still quite a bit stronger than us, but we are growing, and we are growing in strength, and we did it all without losing too much manpower. Actually, we gained manpower in the last episode. So, goals for today really is just to kind of consolidate again. We want to continue building up manpower. We want to continue to centralize. We want to continue to civilize. We want to build our manpower back up. We want to make our pops happy. And we want to, of course, expand. I think I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. Yes, I think this works. I want my governor policy to be increasing my pop assimilation speed. That will allow for the Iceni culture to start to take hold in Mediolanum, allowing Mediolanum to increase its, or it really allowing this province, I guess I could also do it with this one, but allowing this province to increase the number of Iceni, from the Iceni culture, will allow me to colonize this Virioconim eventually. Oh, I have some people asking me for wood. I am going to go ahead and accept all these trade offers because I want the money, because I'm still in the red, running a negative. To make up for that, I'm going to come over here and change army maintenance and pull army maintenance down to decreased pay. With that said, I'm going to go back to default taxation to allow me to get a little, squeeze just a little bit more research out of what I currently am getting. I'm not going to get a lot of research until I get more citizens. So let's take a look at the population map node and see, because really I own most of this whole stretch, and I want to see where my population centers are. Of course, Venta has the most pops. It has the most pops in all of the British Isles with 25. It looks like I have a small event. Ooh, one of my tribal chiefs might lose some popularity. Ooh, Boudica. Boudicas are alive. Although, I think it's a little too early to see the Boudica from history. I'm going to say a travesty, but we are powerless to act. Someone's going to lose. It's not, no, it is me. I'll lose 5 popularity. I don't want to lose 5 popularity, although my current is 93. That's pretty darn decent. Or I could gain 5 popularity and have my high priest lose 20 loyalty. I'm going to do that. I want to keep my popularity high. Looks like I need a new religious advisor. Just because, I'll go with you. You're the best available. And hiring you increases your loyalty, which is always good. I am getting quite a lot of political influence per month. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and hit this button again because I want to become as civilized as possible. You might see me hit this button a lot in this episode because I want to use this decision. I will need 30 stability, or I will actually lose 30 stability, so I want to make sure that my stability is nice and high. So I will need stability greater than 40. I will need to have civilization at 50 or higher in my capital, which is Venta, and I will need more than 80 centralization. But as you can see, I am 100% civilized. So I have taken this backwards tribe, and I've just moved a bunch of them to the cities. But I'm still working on increasing the civilization in my cities to make them much more civilized and turn this into a powerful kingdom of the Iceni. Let's look at some of my government policies around. I think there's a nation overview for this. Social mobility is fine in Icenia, although I'm starting to run out of pops to promote, aren't I? At least in my main city. Because, yeah, once you promote, that's going to be pretty much it. And you will be done in just a few months. Perfect. Good for you. Okay. Cornovia, I want to be converting culture. You are increasing the monthly food production as well as province commerce. Okay. I can be happy with that. You don't necessarily need to be on local autonomy anymore. These people are pretty happy, right? Well, no. Not really. But I'm going to go ahead and say that it's time that we move this province from local autonomy to cultural assimilation. Let's go ahead and get some more Iceni in the area. All right, we have the ability to get some more trade. I can increase my fort defense. I can increase starting. Ooh, I can get more research points. That's always good. Or I can get some wood, which is going to increase my local tax rate for each surplus I have. I believe I'm already producing wood. I am. So that would allow me to increase my tax rate just a little bit more, although I think I am finally ready to start trying to get research. Of course, it's just from me, so I'm not going to make much money. Is there any from another country? No, it's all just going to be from me. Well, I'll import wood from you. I'll import earthenware, Cornovia, and yeah, that looks to be all I can do right now. Oh, because I'm out of money. I am still going to keep hitting the national man cover speed, although this might be the last time I hit this for a little while. I'm starting to push it. Once I have more than 10,000, I feel like that's a decent number of men to start start pushing around some of my smaller neighbors again. I'm looking at you, Parisia, as my next place of conquest. So, you know what? I might as well go ahead and fabricate a claim. And I mean, I'm going to take it all, but I'll take Brigantia first. And I'm looking at you over here. Sorry. You're small, you're weak. You don't have many alliances. I can take you. I can beat you. That is perfect. So the Icenia is really going to start expanding now kind of quickly. Once these two claims are up, we will be ready to rock and roll. Now is also the time where, as if I had some money, I might start thinking about building a navy, because eventually I'm going to need to start to move off of this island. Sure. Speaking of this island, I kind of mentioned in the very first episode that one of my eventual goals is to take all of the British islands. Yeah, I'll trade you some stone. Here, how about you? Okay, and you. So as I kind of mentioned earlier, one of my big plans for this series, I'm not trying to do this all by year 500, at least not at the current moment. Ooh, populate simulation speed, I'll take that. But I do hope to unite Albion, but first I plan on uniting Britannia. So I think that is one of my next goals. I'm going to kind of halt my northern conquest of the present-day Scotland region and instead focus on the south of the island and try to unite Britannia. We'll see how it goes. That will mean, though, that I will have to go to war against some of my very dedicated allies. These guys have really gotten me through a lot. They have pushed me forward, and I have kind of ridden their backs to greatness, at least local greatness. I still can't challenge anyone from the likes of Rome or Macedon or Phrygia. Even the Seleucids, they are broken up, but their power is still so much compared to mine. Speaking of power, it looks like my tribal vassals have lost a lot of theirs when I increase my centralization. You can see that one of the things that happens is that the size of my clan retinues goes significantly down by minus 50%. In this case, I'm going to be okay with that because I can build my own armies. I want to be a powerful king, and a powerful king has his own troops. Of course, with my own troops, I run into manpower issues, I run into money issues. There's a lot of reasons why I want to keep why one might want to say decentralized and keep powerful clan vassals, but that is just not my goal for this campaign. I have a newfound tribesman. We're always open to new tribes. Okay, so a tribesman moves to us, or I can politely decline. No, I'll take the pops. They may not love it here, but hopefully they'll promote from a tribesman to something else relatively quick. Whenever I can, I want to hit that button again. And I also want to build another building, although I'm quite a ways from that. Ooh, unfriendly neighbors. Ah. Seems the Vatadinia have proclaimed us an enemy of their nation. I'm not too worried about them. In fact, I'm kind of okay if they wanted to break their alliance, because I know I literally just said that I'm interested in conquering the south of Britain, but if you cancel your alliance, you are fair game. And as we've seen in the last couple wars, they tend to get steamrolled pretty effectively. Ooh, this is interesting. It seems like... Alright, so just one cohort of the Parisians are in... I keep wanting to call them like the Parisians, and maybe that is what I should be calling them. The pronunciations in so much of this game are so difficult. Like what is this? Petrocoria? Sure. Pictonia, that's an easy one. The pronunciations just are very difficult. Like these guys. Ordovicia? Or Dovicea. I'm just going to go with it. All right. Uh-oh, another scandal at court. Let's see what happens. I could have the wife of a magistrate lose 20 loyalty and have my main man, whatever his name is. I could have him lose some popularity. Don't really want that. Oh well, just have him flogged. My magistrate will lose 10 loyalty. He'll also get injured. Is this my magistrate? Awin, no. Yeah, he's my magistrate. How old are you? Are you about to die anyway? Yeah. Get out of here, magistrate. I do want to go ahead and start thinking about, I might start moving some pops around. I have plenty of food. I'm making a ton of food. But I might want to start moving some pops around to try to get more tradable resources. For instance, if I, move some slaves around, I could potentially, I could get more, what is that, grain? Yeah, grain. I always want to call it wheat, but more grain. That will increase my food stores. Or I could just trade it away, which is always a good option. Anyone willing to trade with me? Nope. What I really want is some light cavalry. And I'm pretty sure I have horses, yes. I'm just going to go ahead and recruit a cohort of mounted skirmishers. Just one for now. Eventually I will probably have a dedicated army of light cav. Kind of like I have a dedicated army of light infantry right now. The dedicated army of light infantry, it was really just meant to be assigned to a region. I don't necessarily want it holding up in a battle line, although it can be useful for sieging, which is really one of the main reasons why I pulled it out. Uh-oh, our magistrate reports a death. Oh well. Manpower is recovering nicely. I am getting these 2 claims, as well as my aggressive expansion is ticking down. Who are you allied to, Parisia? Just... Oh. Oh dear. So if I wanted to declare war on the Parisians, that would be declaring war on one of my allies as well. Now, I do kind of have to be careful about this, and here's why. I am a regional power. I am bigger than all my neighbors. Honestly, I'm bigger than any other barbarian nation right now. So I am a regional power, which means if I go to like these people, the Dementians, and I try to get an alliance, it will not let me. It's going to be grayed out. I cannot form alliances because I am a different rank than them. But, and this is relatively new because I remember when the game first came out, if you advance to a regional power too soon, then all your alliances would be turned into guarantees, and you would be kind of vulnerable from being attacked by a big group of allies. Uh-oh. Pirates, what you gonna do? I have no navy. Not too worried about it. But now, when you advance to a regional power, instead of them becoming guarantees, they stay alliances. You just cannot get additional ones. So you want to be kind of careful. You don't necessarily want to just throw your alliances away because you can't get any new ones. So I want to hold on to my alliances until I am so powerful that I just don't need them anymore. Which, honestly, probably isn't that far away. If I let my manpower reserves fill up, then I don't think there's any individual nation on this island that could stop me, and I think that if I had a full pool of manpower, I don't know if all of the other nations on this island, well, I mean, maybe all of them combined they could handle me, but at least a large coalition would be able to stop me either. So I can pay 50 political influence to gain 10 stability, and gain 10 popularity. I could be down with that. I could dig that. Done. I was kind of saving up some political influence, but that's okay. Oh, and I might just lose that stability right here. Let's see. I could lose 10 stability, have a man who is already extremely loyal become even more loyal. Or I could just imprison the arbitrator. Is he my arbitrator? Yeah, I could just imprison the arbitrator. He'll lose 20 loyalty, but my war chief will gain 10 loyalty. You're a war chief. Does that mean that means you're in charge of an army, right? No. So what's he doing? What does this war chief do? Is he at an office? Yeah, okay, so it's an office. Well, heck, I'm... Sorry, Cominos. Or Comios. I think I'm going to send you to the dungeon because I really don't want to lose that stability. I feel bad. Oh, and that was a shame because he was a pretty good arbitrator, and arbitrators, they're what ticks down my aggressive expansion, which I needed that. Now I'm only getting minus 0.06 per month. That is not as good. Oh well, that's my fault. Should have looked at that more closely. Let's look at research. It's still going to be quite a while, but I'm at least going to get a new military advancement this century, so that's a positive. And I'm about ready to hit this button again. Or again, I'm trying to push this up past 50. Currently, the maximum value is 44%. So I only have to hit that button a few more times. And I can hit it when this... Well, I can hit it right now. Right now, the maximum is 45. So I'll have to hit it a few more times. Again, the focus of this episode is mostly on rebuilding after the last war. I'm letting my manpower tick up. I do think that I will probably declare war against these people. Poor Urka. Bulgia. I'm probably going to declare war on her next. I could, I guess, think about changing my stance once I get enough political influence to an appeasing stance. That would pull my aggressive expansion decay by another plus 20% and increase the opinion of my allies. I could think about doing that. I probably will do that after my next war. I anticipate my next war being a relatively small conflict. Still no trade available. How are my cities looking? Can I get a new building? Now I need 50 gold. I'll be there in a second. Let's see, what's the next building I should go for here? I can get 2 buildings. I could try to increase the migration speed. It looks like I'm going to get a tribesman moving to Venta relatively soon. Well, in 5 years. Oh my gosh. It's just, they move so slow. Alright, my claims have been fabricated. So let's think about this for a second. Do I want to go ahead and break my... Oh, that's not great. I'm going to move all of you down. No, I'm going to... What's the makeup of your army? Lots of chariots and light cav. This is not great, because they are going to come. They are going to march to the south. I really don't want to use a lot of manpower marching to the north. But I also don't want these barbarians to wreak havoc in my country, which they are going to do if given the opportunity. So I might have to hold off on a new war for a minute just to deal with them. This is another reason why I want to go ahead and start getting more civilized so that I can civilize near some of these barbarian invasion points and hopefully stop them before they ever get started. In fact, let's just look at that real quick. So it seems to me that the only place the barbarians are going to spawn is way up here in North Scotland. North modern day Scotland, of course. Yeah, they're coming for me. I do have a fort here that's going to hopefully hold them back, but I'm going to pull this army away. Ooh, I can just get 20 gold. That's nice. Or I can get 2 tribesmen in Camalodunum, or I can get local province loyalty plus some popularity. I think in this case, I'm going to take the pops. Come on, go back north. Don't head farther south. You don't want to siege a fort, do you, barbarians? Migrant hordes. I'm not afraid of them. I'll take them, but I won't enjoy it. Yep, they're coming. That's okay, we kind of expected that. They are going to try to take this fort. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to use some of my manpower to try to go ahead and dislodge them. That is unfortunate. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get another building here. In this case, I am thinking I will go with another academy. This army, they shouldn't stand up against my heavy infantry, hopefully. We're going to have to see. Yeah, it does look like we would beat them, which is good. We're just going to take some casualties in the process. Oh, I forgot that I didn't increase my morale. I'm at low army maintenance. Oh man, that was that could have very easily ended up a defeat. Instead, we did win, but we lost a lot of troops. Most of them are light infantry, though. Nah, get out of here, son. That's a shame. I really didn't want to lose that many men. I was really hoping to go to war soon and keep my manpower reserves pretty high. Oh well. You can't help it when the migratory hordes show up at your gates. You deal with them. And they are officially dealt with. So, let's go ahead, move our main stack back to Venta. You as well. I'm going to bring my light infantry army down to the south. Oh, and because we defeated the barbarians, we had 2 pops move to, well, one of them died, but one of them moved to Deva, which I guess is good. I'm also going to move you, I'm going to go ahead and move this army down towards Deva. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by that migratory horde of barbarians coming down to the south, I was debating on where to go to war next. Now I've started to go ahead and move my armies towards towards Port Urca over here. And I think that that's probably going to be where I go next. I'll use one army to smash her troops and then try to move another army into the south to make sure that the Dabunia don't start occupying the land of Urca's ally. That should allow me to take both of these territories fairly easily. Oh, looks like the honorable people of Cornovia have turned out in droves to see the renowned General Bronwyn Aka lead her troops on the way to greater glories. So I could make where is she? I could make up to 5 loyal cohorts of she would gain 5 loyal cohorts of a random type. Or I could lose some stability, lose a lot of loyalty from her, and lose some province loyalty. In this case, I'm actually going to be very grateful for the 5 loyal cohorts because that is not going to pull from my manpower. We are going to have 5 more 5 more cohorts to play with. They are actually going to be pulled from her own manpower, and she's going to pay for them as well. So this was a win-win in every category, assuming she stays loyal, which she currently is 100% loyal, and she is gaining loyalty. I mean, well, she can't, but she would be gaining loyalty if she could. So I want her to have as many troops as possible. I would give her a full army at this point. And once again, we have barbarians at the gates in the north. They are just coming from every which way. I guess both of these provinces spawned barbarians within just a few years of each other. All right. Second verse, same as the first, am I right? We could lose 15 popularity, and the general of the second warband gains 10. Don't really want that. Or we could start seeing the general of the second warband as a rival, and she will lose some loyalty. So I guess in this case, I'm actually going to take the popularity hit. Oh, is Bronwyn? Oh, Bronwyn couldn't afford her troops, so she disbanded them. That's a shame. Meeting of the clans. After the, oh no. He died. My main man. What's his face? He died. It's okay. Honestly, though, at this point, with all the ailments he had, I feel like it's putting him out of his misery. He lived to the ripe old age of it doesn't tell me anymore. I think he made it to like 82 or something like that, so good for him. He had a long, healthy, not so healthy life. He had a long, productive life. He was one of our main generals. He is one of the reasons why we were able to expand. I feel a certain connection to him. He really helped us a lot. He led our tribe through some of its most trying times. He helped centralize us. He helped pull the people into the city. He helped civilize us. It's just a shame that he never did get to see his dream, which I'm going to go ahead and say was to turn the Iceni clan, the Iceni tribe, from a backwards people into a mighty kingdom. He tried his best. He accomplished a lot, but unfortunately, he never did get to see them become a full-fledged kingdom. Now, on to this guy, who has a equally difficult to pronounce name, Inamantius Sonorus. That's just what I'm going to call him. He's already starting to have his health bar tick down, although he's actually gaining some health per month. He is also a good general. He has pretty decent finesse, very low charisma, which is not great, and a high zeal. He has the improviser trait, which would give him monthly ship repair cost at sea, which I don't care about. I have no navy. He's a benefactor. Okay. Local slave happiness up. Local slave by 5% nationwide. And even though he's technically my ruler, he does govern the region of what is that, Britain? So do I get 15% slave happiness in my Iceni homeland? Who knows? He gets founder, local citizen output if effective governor. Build costs down though, that's good. Plus the finesse will help with that. He's unfortunately submissive and he's self-controlled. So local population, well, that's if he's a governor. So this is our new leader. He, at the age of 65 years old, may not last very long, but hopefully he will be the one who pulls us into a new age for the Iceni. A new age and a new Iceni kingdom in the British Isles. With that said, though, I think it is time for me to once again call it quits. I've had a great day. This has been Ben the Bold. You've been you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.